If you're a micro baker or a home chef and you're still managing your orders through DMs or text messages, this is exactly what you need to bring a little bit more sanity to your life and make the experience way better for your customers. Today, I'm talking about Hotplate, all the features that I love about it, how I use it. I'm also going to show you at the end of this video exactly how I use my own personal Hotplate account. We're going to do a screen recording. I'll show you step by step how I set up my bread drops every month, how I use this platform in my micro bakery, and how it has radically changed the way I can efficiently run my business from home, and I can focus on baking instead of managing all my orders through DMs. Okay. What's great about Hotplate is it is not a massive POS system that is not very sustainable for small businesses like micro bakers, such as myself. This is designed for the small business chef or micro baker. So if that's you, whether you have 5 orders or 1 order a week, or you have 100, this is a really great platform because it's based off of how much you're selling and making. And we'll get into that later, but it's not a massive fee that you have to pay every month no matter what you're actually selling. So first, what this is going to replace, let me just tell you. Let me tell you something! Like a couple years ago, before I had Hotplate, I not only had to take all my orders through DMs, text messages, word of mouth, and I was so stressed about if I was going to lose track of one, I was going to forget about somebody. But the biggest thing was that I had to track down cash payments from these people, and there was no ownership or, they had nothing to lose if they didn't show up for their order because they hadn't paid for it yet. But I had everything to lose because I had no payment and I just spent all this time and money in making their product.
Come on, I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money.
And it was so hard, and had to have awkward conversations with customers of like, hey, you didn't pay me yet, or they didn't have exact change, or they came but they didn't remember to bring cash. There were so many scenarios like that. I know from experience that this is a huge pain point for any home baker. So having the prepayment is such a huge asset as a micro baker, not only so that you have what you need, but also this gives your customer a little bit more ownership in the experience so that it's far less likely that they're going to forget about picking up their order because they've already paid. They really want their product and they want to get what they paid out of their product. On Hotplate, customers can pay using their credit card or debit card. There's also other features that Hotplate just came out with where customers can pay with Venmo or PayPal or even cash if you have that feature on. I personally don't have that feature on. I only have it where customers pay with a credit card or debit card. This just makes it a lot more seamless and easier for me, but you can do all of that and you can toggle those features on or off. With the prepayment feature on Hotplate, customers can also leave a tip, which they want to do most of the time if they're paying manually, but they might forget to or get caught up in the moment. So this is a great way for them to be reminded that they can leave a tip.
Throw in a buck.
I don't tip.
Overall, this prepayment feature is just a must, and the biggest reason why I initially switched to Hotplate, because I had too many experiences where customers forgot, or I wanted to make my business kind of grown up, let people know like, hey, this is real. This isn't just a little lemonade stand on the side of the road. I'm a real business. I'm a real big girl. And it's a seamless experience for your customers. Once they enter their credit card information, it's all saved to their account. I don't see any of their credit card information, but it's all saved there, so it's easy to come back to place another order. Now that we have the payment feature handled, let's dive into the next question, which is how does it actually work on pickup day for your customers? And this is where Hotplate really shines. Okay, before we go further, I need to define this word for you because this is going to be a very common word or phrase that's used in regards to Hotplate or on your Hotplate account, and that is the word bread drop. So this is just how Hotplate organizes your orders. So for example, I have a weekly bread drop. It opens every Thursday for customers to pre-order their product, pay, choose their pickup time. The order time closes on Sundays, and then between Sunday and Tuesday is when I'm making their order. They can either pick up Tuesday or Wednesday. That's just how I have it organized. It works for me and my pickup locations and for my customers. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you what it looks like in the background of Hotplate, but how it works is that Hotplate organizes your orders by the drop. So which drop, if you have more than one open, I only have one open at a time. It's then organized by the pickup date and then the pickup location if you have more than one. And when you go to make your products, what's really awesome is that you can filter all of your orders, and so that you can see, okay, I have 9 pizza doughs to make and 10 sourdough loaves, but they might all be ordered by different people, but it will tell you the totals of what you need to make. So this is really great. You're not having to do all that math on your own. It does it for you. And when it comes to the pickup locations and times, you create what you want customers to choose. You put in the address and everything for your pickup location. You can have the setting on where customers can't see the address until the actual pickup date, only the town or general vicinity. This is really great if you are doing the pickup at your home. I highly recommend doing that just so that you don't have unwanted visitors outside of your pickup day.
Hello.
I personally meet people in public places. This is just what I have chosen to, so I have those public places listed. It's all public ahead of time so that customers know. So they choose which location they want. For example, my Tuesday location is totally different from my Wednesday location, 2 different towns, and then I have different times. So people, your customers can choose, for example, on Tuesday between 1 and 2 is what I have. So you choose as the baker how many slots you want in there, if you will allow more than one customer to choose the same slot. And customers choose exactly what time they want to pick up from you. And the best part is that Hotplate will automatically remind your customers to pick up their order from you.
Alan! Steve!
This is so great. This replaces those 47 follow-up texts with a customer who forgot about their order. It's all done for you ahead of time. It's done in 24-hour increments, in the 24 hours before their order. And you can choose how many reminders they get and at which time. So maybe you don't want to be super annoying to them and be reminding them 4 times before they pick up, but I have, I think, 2 or 3 reminders on just because it's really worth it to me that my customers pick up their order. But you can select that all for yourself. And again, at the end of this video, we'll walk through that and what that looks like on Hotplate. Now let's talk about what the customer is going to experience through Hotplate. The amazing thing about Hotplate is that they come out with new features all the time. And this new feature is one of my favorites. I don't know when it came out. I think last year, 2025 maybe, but they came out with a loyalty program for your customers. And you get to set exactly how many points they earn per dollar, when they redeem them, how much those points equal in dollars. This is a great way to reward those customers that have been so loyal to you and create incentive. You can also set up referral points so that a customer, if they refer a friend to your Hotplate to buy your product, they get some loyalty points, little brownie points for their hard-earned advertising for you. This is great. You can also have discount codes that you create, and this is a good way to incentivize brand new customers. I did this last year with a door hanger that I designed, and I wanted to go around to the specific neighborhood to incentivize new customers and to just share about my business. So I had a new customer code on there for 20% off just their first order, and that helped reach a couple customers, so that was good. You can also just create discount codes for whatever you see fit. That's a really awesome way to catch new customers. But I would say if you're wanting to keep long-term loyal customers, the loyalty points program is definitely the way to go. So I have that on for my customers. Another thing that customers can do is purchase gift cards from you. That's also another good way to incentivize customers, maybe around the holidays or for their birthdays for other people too. Customers can also leave a starred review for you, and the great thing about these reviews is, first of all, you choose what goes public and what does not. So say there's just some Karen who had an absolute meltdown and you don't want to feature that, you don't have to. I think I feature all my reviews just automatically, but customers get to rate you with a 5-star scale and then leave a comment review, and it shows as well what they purchased from you. So this is really great for, new visitors to your Hotplate who want to look at, well, which one should I buy? Which loaf should I buy? And they go to their reviews and they see that my cinnamon raisin swirl loaf is very highly recommended, so they might try that. And if customers need to talk to you or have a specific question, there is a messaging inbox in Hotplate where they can contact you directly or you can contact them without the messages getting lost over DMs or texting or email. That's a huge feature for me because I want to keep my private cell phone as private as possible and not out there for anyone to see. So that's a great feature. So now that we've covered the customer's experience, the payments, the pickups, let's dive into the back end and the things long term that you are really going to appreciate as a business owner and micro baker. So on the back end of Hotplate, they give you so many helpful insights and tools. Number one, you get to see your performance overall. So what orders and products have done the best. You can also see how many customers, new customers you've gained, repeat customers. If you've ever seen those fun Instagram reels of, oh, I made 5,000 sourdough dinner rolls this year and 5,000 cookies, and you wondered, how do they come up with those numbers? They're super specific. It's usually because they have Hotplate. Hotplate will add all of that up for you. You can toggle exactly, okay, between January 2025 and December 2025, how many cinnamon raisin loaves have I made, and it will tell you. So that's a really helpful thing to know, especially if you're detail oriented and you love to see the nitty gritty and the numbers behind your business. They offer all of that for you and more. And when it comes to payouts and you as the baker or chef getting paid, it's actually super easy and seamless.
It was super easy, barely an inconvenience.
You just connect your bank directly to Hotplate. It's a one-step setup. It remembers it for as long as you want it to, and it's super easy. You just click a button and it sends it to your bank. And a huge pro when it comes to choosing Hotplate is that this is a real US-based company with real people behind it. They're not hard to get a hold of. They're real people that answer the phone.
Customer service, this is Kelly.
Or email or Instagram message even. I worked with them personally with collabs, but also just as a baker where it's like, hey, I have this problem, or hey, I want to set this feature up. How do I do that? They're always there to help. So if you ever have a problem or you're wondering about a feature, they have a great forum where bakers and chefs can give their ideas and they take that feedback seriously, and they're constantly rolling out new improvements, which just blows my mind. It's like, how can they come up with all these amazing things? And the answer is that people give them ideas and they take those ideas seriously, but it's absolutely amazing the stuff they come up with to make this seamless, efficient platform for you to use for your bakery while at the same time creating this really cool experience for the customer, which blows my mind and is absolutely amazing. Now that we've covered all the amazing features that Hotplate has to offer, and when it comes to like pros and cons, I genuinely tried to think of some cons and I really couldn't come up with anything. Yeah. I don't have anything.
But my life is good. Really good.
But anyways, now that we've covered all the features that I love about Hotplate, I'm going to answer probably the biggest question you have so far. If you've not already gone to their website and answered this question for yourself, and that is, okay, how much does this cost? You might be thinking this is going to cost 30, 50 bucks a month, an arm and a leg. And as a small micro baker, I totally get it, where when you're first starting out, you don't have a lot of assets or money coming in or flowing that you're willing to give to something like this. This might seem like a luxury, but the great thing about Hotplate is there is no monthly fee. There's only very small transactional fees.
Buttlicker, our prices have never been lower. Okay, stop heat.
And I will attach a screenshot of the exact fees that they take, and you can distribute this as you like for you and the customer. And I'll show you at the end of this video how I do that on my account, but I have the customer pay half the fees and then I pay half the fees. So that way I'm not eating all the fees myself. And I think it's really understandable for the customer. I've never had a customer at least tell me to my face that, hey, I hate that I have to pay a small fee. I think it's really understandable that if you're paying for a product like this and in this way, you're getting this experience, all these cool features like text reminders and loyalty points programs, that there's going to be a very tiny fee. So it's not been a big issue at all for my customer base. So if that has been holding you back, now you can say that doesn't hold you back anymore.
You're free now, like run free.
Because there's nothing to keep you locked in. You're only paying a tiny fee by what you're selling. So even if you're selling 1 loaf or 100 loaves a week, you're only paying by that amount. For small businesses and home bakers, this is huge because you don't have to pay a huge subscription before you even know if it'll work for you. Now that you know what Hotplate can do, I'm going to show you my Hotplate account and how I use it in my business. All right, so this is my storefront. I have 2 bread drops scheduled for the month of January that are not published yet. Every month, at the end of the month, I schedule my bread drops for the next month. So while we're here, I'm going to schedule my bread drops for the month of February. And this is super easy, is I just duplicate the latest bread drop by 1 week. So I click this, and all I really have to change is the title. So I will go February. Oh my gosh, I have to think of the date. 3 and 4, and I just delete this. So everything else stays the same. It changes the pre-order date and when it closes. I keep my menu the same as well. The pickup date is double check. Yep, that's exactly what I want it to do. And I keep all my menu items the same. I just keep moving on. Okay, now this is the really cool part, is the notifications. So I automatically have them scheduled. I have 1 notification to go out on the day my bread drops open, around 8 a.m. And then I have a second one that goes out the day that my bread drops are set to close. So this is kind of a last minute call for anyone who forgot to order. And this one only goes out to the people who have not ordered yet. So that way, people who've already ordered are not getting bugged again with that text. So you can add, I think, as many as you want, but that's how I have mine going. And then I just click publish event, confirm, but it is scheduled. So it's not, I'm going to show you, it's scheduled, but it's not public yet. So right now I don't have any bread drops public. My next one, this one will drop in a couple days. So I'm just going to do this for the next couple weeks. Okay, so now all my bread drops are set up for the month of February, as well as what I already had for the month of January. But while we're here, I'm going to show you some more behind the scenes of my Hotplate account and give you a better idea of how it works. So this is your storefront. This is what people are going to see. You have a little bio right here. Here has a little preview of my positive reviews. You can also have some social media links. And you edit all the things right here. You can also have frequently asked questions, which is really great. Highly recommend having a couple. This is a good way to kind of insert some of your policy too, if you have a strict policy with missed pickups and stuff like that. That way you have it written down somewhere. You can also change the color to whatever you want it to be. This is where all your items are. So this is where you would come to create an item. You can add images and then a description and your price, as well as any group options. So for, say you have a different frosting for this type of scone, you can add those options. You can also add special instructions. You can add a tax rate. I don't have that because in my state we don't have taxes on food. Now for discounts, this is where you can create a discount code. Here's all the features. Here's all the features of how you would create that. You can also see your inactive ones. Recommendations. This is if you have some other maybe bakers or chefs in your area that you want to support, and you can feature as well. I have 2 that I know of right here. I don't know. I guess only one customer referred. No one's recommending me, which is fine. I live in a very rural area. So that's your store. Next thing is your orders. So here is how you can group your orders. So today I actually already completed this order. So I'm going to say completed. And tomorrow I have these orders to bake and deliver. And you can group them by the product that your customer ordered, or you can group them by packing. So by per person, you can look at the different orders, and here's how you can mark them. So you could do one by one. Okay, I baked and packaged that one, baked and packaged that one, and then mark as complete. So this is how you view your customer tickets. Inbox, this is where all your conversations will be. Obviously, I'm not going to show you all of those conversations, but it's a great way to keep track of customers if they have questions. Next one is Insights. Again, this is where you can go by your revenue, orders, items sold, storefront visitors. Through all of this information is so good. Or through your bread drops, like exactly which ones did the best, average tip, average subtotal. This is all really great information that I think a lot of you will appreciate. And then your customers. This is where you're going to find all the names, email addresses, and phone numbers of your customer. That is all the data that you as the baker can see. So you can't see their credit card information or anything else, but you can see how much they've spent, when their last order was, their loyalty points balance. You can add points to a customer if you want to, for some reason. So that's where all this is. And then reviews. So for approval, I have all mine go out. So here's a featured review that I have, and then I have all my other reviews down here. Again, like I said earlier, you can see what each customer ordered specifically. So this is great for new visitors to your storefront. Okay, and then when it comes to payout, here's where you can see all your transaction history. But then here's your payout. So sometimes it takes a day or two for Stripe to actually process the money you've earned, but it's super quick. And then it'll show you, okay, you are ready to withdraw it, and you just click payout. You can also view your payout history right here. You can manage how you want the settings to go for that as well. So when we go to settings, you can actually edit the the URL of your storefront. So right now I have it Bread by Becca. I kind of wish I changed it to my actual business name, but anyways, this is what I had started with, and it's kind of just too late at this point. I don't want to change it. So here is where you edit the fees section of your Hotplate. So there are 2 fees that have to be paid. There's the Hotplate fee, and then there's the credit card fee. So right now what I do is I have the customer pay the Hotplate fee, and then I pay the credit card fee. So this is not passed on to the customer, and then the customer pays 100% of that fee. So you can change this to where, say you want to split it 50-50, however you want to do that. And I love how they have a little example right here so you can see how much, for example, you would pay versus the customer. So that's just how I have it. It seems pretty fair to me, but you could change that if you wanted to. If you wanted to pay all the fees yourself, okay, well, that would be your revenue right there. If you wanted the customer to pay all the fees, you would get exactly what they pay. But then that would mean that the customer is paying, you know, almost $3 in fees. So that's why I pay the credit card fees, so the customer doesn't pay as much for their order. This is where you could update your URL if you wanted a new one. I'm not going to go into all of the details of all these settings. There's so much, but you can go explore those on your own just by setting up your own storefront. There's a link in the description box if you would use my referral code. But that way there's no skin off your back. You don't have to pay a dime until you actually publish a bread drop and get some orders in. And by that time, you're making money. But before we leave Hotplate, here's a couple of the things that I want to tell you about. I already told you a little bit about the amazing feedback that Hotplate takes. So this is this forum that they have where you can request new features from Hotplate, and you can also see what other bakers or chefs are wanting, and you can vote on them. So as we go through a couple of these, I'm just going to look at them and see if there's anything. Okay, allergen categories. You know what? That's a really cool thing. I think that would be really good. So I'm going to vote on that. So now I'm another person that's voting on that, that's saying, hey, this should go to the top. So for example, you see this one. These ones have a lot of votes right now because other bakers and chefs want to see that featured the most. They also have a great community. I've actually not explored this too much, but I know that they have so many great bakers and communities on there. And then their help center. This is where you can talk to Hotplate directly. Again, I know I said it before, but these are real people who actually want to help you succeed in your home bakery or home chef products, and they're so easy to get a hold of, super helpful. Another thing is that you can actually have a delivery system set up within your Hotplate. You just have to talk to them directly, where customers can actually choose in their payment and pickup and selection, all that, for your delivery if you want to have that available. Well, that is Hotplate, and a brief overview of all the features I love and what I appreciate most about this platform. Again, they're real people behind a real business that want to help you succeed in your micro bakery or your home chef endeavors. If you want to set up your own Hotplate storefront, just click the link in this video description and you can set it up in a matter of minutes. And again, there's no monthly fee, no skin off your back just to get it set up. And like this video, subscribe to this channel. This is, again, kind of a new endeavor for me, but I hope that this was helpful for you, and we'll see you back next time.